Okay guys, we got the 2017 Santa Cruz Bronson. Oh, funk. Oh, it's getting dark. Oh man, that feels so good. Today we're doing a head-to-head against my Santa Cruz 5010 that Parker's riding today. And these are similar bikes in geometry, except for like the head angle and the seat tube angle. A few other little changes here and there, but Bronson's 150 mil front and rear, 5010's 130 mil front and rear. And we're gonna do a little head-to-head today and see how they match up. For those of you who've been around for a while, thank you. You guys know the drill, just test bikes. If you just stumbled in on the channel, welcome. We do bike reviews and we're gonna start doing more of these head-to-heads. Try to find the best bike for you and where you're riding. So stick around. Okay, so Parker will start out on the 5010. I'll start out on the Bronson, and we'll switch bikes after that. Do it again. Man, that's plush on this bike. Feels really good. Brakes are getting a little squeaky. Oh, Parker, you're sick. Man, this bike is definitely more plush than the 5010. Feels really good. Oh, yeah. Feels super good. Oh. All right, guys, just got to the bottom of Jacob's Ladder. I'm on the Bronson. Parker's riding the 5010. Jacob's Ladder is some of the more rougher stuff that we have in my area. And man, it handles it definitely, without a doubt, better than the 5010. The Bronson definitely feels more plush and just soaks everything up, almost like you're just gliding over the top of everything. And feels really good. You can definitely ride that stuff up top faster on the Bronson. And Parker, I'm interested to see what you think when you ride Jacob's Ladder on this.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just kind of glides over everything. It's just more plush than my bike, and kind of quiets everything down. That's a good thing and a bad thing, depending on A, what you kind of want out of your bike, and then B, what type of terrain you're riding. If you're riding really rowdy stuff all the time, just on that first descent I had right there, Bronson's gonna be more your bike. If you want a poppier bike, like a more poppy, nimble bike, a little snappy, yeah, like Parker said, snappy, that 5010 is definitely more snappy. But all right, well, let's get this thing down on the kind of slower, twisty, turny trails and see if the Bronson can keep up with the 5010. Yeah, here we go. All right, we just went halfway down Rush, and man, the Bronson felt actually really good. I've ridden this bike 2 or 3 times over the past year, and man, it's never felt better than today. Like, normally it feels a little slow coming out of these tight turns, but man, it just felt dialed in today. Really good. yeah, it's just turning over really fast. And man, there's nothing out there to me as fast as that 50-10 in this type of terrain. And the Bronson feels really good today, surprisingly. Feels good? Yeah? Oh, this trail just never gets old, man. Come through. Oh, Parker, you are freaking ridiculous, dude. Man, it feels alive and poppy. Oh, sick. Oh, lower rush is just so good. It's just so fast. Oh man, that's a lot of light. Oh man, it's pumping really nice. How's the 50-10? I know, it's so fast, huh? Just pops off everything. Oh, dude, that feels good. Oh, that's the fast line Parker knows. Oh, dude, that is so fun. Let's go up Silica Pit. Dude, I was so worried. Hey, I was so worried that the Bronson was gonna feel muted and like dead on those tight trails because it handles that chunk so well, like just total beast. So, man, I was really surprised and impressed that it handled that chunky stuff so well and still felt snappy and poppy. Maybe not as much as the 50-10, we'll see. I'm interested to see what Parker thinks. Parker's riding the Bronson, he's wearing the gimbal. What do you think, dude?
Yeah, and the Bronson's a pretty rad bike. My first initial thoughts were it feels definitely bigger, like a more gnarly bike when it comes to rougher stuff. Climbing, you can feel a difference in the head tube and seat tube angle for sure. That's like one of my first initial thoughts since we're climbing right now. But it still climbs really well. Oh, this thing rips. Woo! Yeah. Oh yeah. So sick. Oh, this bike is so good through the rough. So I come from a downhill and an enduro background, and I've raced a little bit of cross country. And this bike is just killing these bumps. I would love to race an enduro race on this bike. Oh, this thing rails. So good. So I was pretty impressed with the climb. It definitely felt like it feels like a longer bike. The other thing I noticed is the handlebars are 800. I'm pretty sure they're spec 800, which makes a huge difference on the turns and through the rough. Yeah. Oh, this is so fun. See if Jason hits the jump. Yeah. Woo. Oh. Oh, this thing just feels so fast, so plush. Woo! I think I just hit the GoPro. Oh, woo! So fast. Oh man, dude, this bike is sick.
Dude, I do like that.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
It just mows.
It just freaking plows everything.
Mows over everything, but it's still really playful.
Yeah, I know. It's
Really playful. Not as snappy as the 5010, but I just feel like it's really playful still and agile. And dude, you're ripping it, man.
I got wet in the bushes twice.
Oh, so fun. I'm way impressed with this bike. I feel like the 5010 climbs a little bit better than this bike.
And you might feel, I always felt like you might feel it like, if you had like 3,000 feet of climbing in your ride that day, that's when you're gonna feel it.
Totally.
But like
quick.
Under 1,500 feet of vert.
Yeah.
I don't know that you'd notice too much. And then on the steep stuff, you gotta get a little bit more forward, but these are trail bikes. You're gonna do that on any trail bike.
Yeah, I agree.
It's worth mentioning, they're both the Carbon C S build. So 1x11 GX group set, pike fork. It's like the $4,600 build. So
Okay.
in terms of Santa Cruz, I mean, that's a good price point. You get a lot of bike for the money.
Awesome.
Okay, let's go do the slower stuff.
Cool. Oh yeah. Oh, this thing just, I'm so impressed with how this thing rails. The tight corners, really agile. Oh yeah, nose bump. Nice. Oh man, didn't see that tree. About clipped my hands on that one. Oh, that was sweet. Yeah, Jason. Oh, this thing is killer. Now I thought it was going to be really slow coming out of the turns compared to the 5010, but it still powers through the turns, and I still feel like I can get a good pedal stroke and carry speed. Yes. Oh, the leaves are so cool. Oh yeah. Yeah, this thing pedals really well. I don't feel like I'm losing any efficiency. I'm sure we are just a little bit with a bigger bike, but it still pedals out.
Sorry.
Jason's about going off the trail.
I'm gonna learn how to ride
Yeah. Hey, for a 30-year-old man, he's killing it. Nose bonk, woo! Carry some speed through this section, air this, air that, woo! Some manuals, yeah. Oh, so sick. Oh baby, so fast. Yeah, Jason. Go high up on this berm. Oh man, that was so sick. That felt good. This thing's just so quiet too. That's one thing I really like about this bike with the carbon frame. It's super quiet. I ride an alloy frame and it's really chattery. You feel a lot of the small bumps. And this carbon frame just soaks in and gets rid of all the vibration. Wow. Oh, I'm just loving this trail bike. I'm gonna have to get this bike.
Okay guys, we just got back from our ride on the head-to-head between the 2016 Santa Cruz 5010 and the 2017 Bronson. I don't know, Parker, what did you think?
This thing definitely rallies the rough stuff. Pedal's really good, but you can feel the difference in the head tube angle, or the head tube angle and the seat tube angle. It is longer, so you kind of get a little bit of a wheelie on the steep stuff. Compared to that bike, that thing climbs a little bit better. But I would say it still rallies really well, but compared to this, I feel like this is definitely going to be a lot more, it's going to rally a lot better than the 5010 and the rough stuff.
And one of the things that is kind of a fear for me with going to a bigger bike, so this is 150 mil in the Bronson front and rear, and 130 millimeters front and rear on the Santa Cruz 5010. And the fear for me is like always getting a bike that's too big, that quiets down the trail and numbs it out too much. I really like the feedback in my hands and my feet, like going over everything. And I like to be able to turn that bike over and feel like it is really hooking up. I don't think you lose too much with the Bronson. I mean, it still feels snappy and agile. That was the biggest surprise. I've ridden this bike 3 times now or 4 times over the last year. And the first couple times I always felt like maybe it was quieting down the trail a little bit, but it felt really snappy and good today. I was really surprised. And there's just no comparison up on Jacob's Ladder. It rallies.
It mows through that kind of stuff for sure.
Yeah. These are both the S build on Santa Cruz's website. It's like a $4,600 build. That's probably the one I would go with. That's the budget I'm in. But
agreed.
Yeah, I totally dig both the bikes. So pick one.
Man, I'm all for this. I've raced a little bit of enduro. I've come from a little bit of a background of downhill, so this thing, I just loved it. Like, it was really fun. But if I was doing more pedaling, like uphill pedaling, then I think I'd lean more towards that bike. But for what we did today, this thing just rallies for sure.
Both are going to be awesome on the trails that you guys saw today. For me, oh man, I'm so torn. I want to like the Bronson more than the 5010. I just do. I'm going to stick with the 5010, guys. I think between the two, I might go 5010. You guys can kind of see in the footage, Parker's a really, really good rider, and he just goes at a little bit higher speed than I'm willing to go. And he's just got the background of just riding and racing more than I do. I'm probably more of an average rider. I just think I feel a little bit more at home on this bike. Everyone's different. At the end of the day, it's a great time to be a mountain biker. There's just so many good choices, not just in the Santa Cruz lineup, across the board of manufacturers. Well, that about wraps up our head-to-head today, guys. I had a great time riding the bikes today. I like both these bikes a lot. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. That's how people find us on YouTube. Subscribe and turn on notifications. Thanks for sticking around, guys.
If you like the video,
yeah,
give a thumbs up.
Yeah, why am I saying you had a good time?
If you didn't like the video,
Are we still rolling?
Yeah.
Okay. Heads up, thumbs up. Okay. I hope you guys liked the video today and found it useful. If you had a good time, you're doing this. I'm not doing it.